Hey everyone, it's Kerry. I hope you're having a wonderful summer. I have taken some time off this summer, and so I apologize for those of you who've been paying attention to the CDD Road Map. I'm going to jump back on it and start providing content as promised. So where we are at determine additional information captured. So this is the fourth thing on the project that you need to be thinking about right now. Hopefully, at this point, it is June 30th is past, and so you've had conversations about policy scope, how policy is going to be impacted. You've downloaded a white paper that we have. You've shared that with your CEO so that the CEO can start to prepare the conversation with the board of directors of how policy might change. Now, at the heart of this, I want to make sure that I continue to emphasize the final CDD rule, I believe, is really mislabeled. I think the intent is that you create enhanced due diligence for those high-risk customers. So gathering information for customer due diligence is fine, and your certification form is fine for those who are not high risk. And a lot of people are getting hung up on the certification form and gathering that, and that's enough to comply with customer due diligence, and it is. But it embedded inside of customer due diligence is enhanced due diligence, and that is the point. The point is not what are you going to do for those who are not deemed high risk. You all know that already. An additional certification form does get them a little bit more on the hook. However, for enhanced due diligence, what are the steps that you are going to do to mitigate the risk for those high-risk customers, or have you decided to eliminate them? All of those are going to be driven through policy, which then you're going to turn into procedures so that your team can implement, and then that's going to drop into a process somewhere so people on the front line all the way back through BSA know what to do. So we're talking about the additional information captured. Obviously, for customer due diligence, a certification form is going to be enough, but you're talking about beyond base CIP information. What is it for a business account that is not deemed high risk, meaning the geography is not one that you're concerned with, coupled with products and services is not something that you're concerned with, coupled with the type of business that they're in is not something your bank deems as high risk. Certification form is fine, but that's not the point. The point is, what additional information are you going to capture for those that you deem are high risk? And how are you going to deem that those are high risk? Well, we have to go all the way back to the risk profile and your risk matrix. So we have to go all the way back and say, what are the filters that we look through to determine whether or not someone's high risk? We're going to look at geography. We're going to look at the type of business the customer is in. We're going to look at the type of transactions, certainly, that they conduct. And what is the use of products and services? That's all information that you need to capture on the front end. And as you've heard me say many, many times, most of this is about context. The point of a certification form is so that if someone has lied to you, you can catch them because they've signed and said that this is in fact true. The same goes for enhanced due diligence, except for you are getting the truth through what type of business are you in, what geographies are you operating in, and what products and services are you using, and how are you going to use them. And on the back end, through transaction monitoring, now you're determining, are they telling me the truth? So you provide context for that. So think about when you determine the additional information captured, it has to go back to creating that enhanced due diligence process, policies for enhanced due diligence. When are you going to close an account? And the procedures for information that you're going to capture. Hopefully you find this helpful. Thanks for watching. Next is who can open accounts. And obviously for this we're going to talk about can a non-business owner open an account? Can a secretary open an account, or can a lawyer as an agent? Obviously, these are things that you need to think about, determine what's going to be in policy. So thanks for watching. Hopefully this has been helpful. More to come soon.